Hey guys, welcome back to JR14. Here I am with another video for you guys today. And today's gonna be an interesting one because we are actually going to finally modify the Tesla with the rear taillights. So without further ado, let's get started with this video right now. First of all, I want to give a shout out for the guys over at TesStudio. They actually went ahead and sent me out this light bar. Instead of actually changing out the full taillights here, I've decided I'm actually just going to modify it by actually doing a light bar across the middle of the trunk, and it will 3M on the bottom, and then all the buttons and stuff will clip onto the bottom of this, making everything easy and simple. It is all plug and play. All the wiring is in here. The pry tool is in here. The most difficult part, obviously, is just running the wire through here. All this has to come apart, pull the panels off, and then these have to come out. I know people that put like a notch in these and, you know, like run a wire right next to it. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do that just yet. They do supply zip ties as well, but I think I'm gonna try to like run it through. There is a little space in here, but there's not much. So we're gonna see, figure it out, and we should be good to go. So without further ado, let's get started installing this light onto the thing. And first of all, guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to the channel as of now. I'm at one of my friend's house. It's cold tonight, but I get to use his garage. Finally, it's gonna be great, so I'm excited about it. You know, I get to take my time, go through the process, figure it out. And yeah, so we're just gonna get right into this. I don't have a lot of time. It's 7:30 now. It should take me like a couple hours to get it done. I'm just gonna run right into it, figure it all out. And I'm gonna take you guys along with me, at least step by step, or as many steps as I can. So let's hop into this and let's start taking everything apart. All right, guys, so I already pulled off the panel. All you pretty much have to do is just find an edge and start pulling down. You will lose these clips. Just make sure you don't lose them. They pop right back in place. The trim piece is over there. And it's very easy to put that in. Take your license plate off, obviously. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out these lights, pop these lights out and disconnect them. There's a little connector at the top of each. And there will be a connector for the trunk release here as well as the camera. When you do take this apart though, when you put it back together, you're gonna get an error message and you're not gonna have a rear camera. You have to go into service mode and just do a camera recalibration and it will go back online. And don't close your trunk because I disconnected the button for it and you won't be able to open it back up. So just don't close your trunk throughout the rest of this process. Now, before I do any of this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just mock that light up with the tails here and here. And I'm just gonna see if everything works. Because if it doesn't work and I just did all this stuff for nothing, then I'll be pretty pissed about it. So I'm gonna do that first.
I'm your baby tonight.
He's single, ladies. So is he.
Hey,
So
you know what I'm saying? Hey, it was St. Charles 21.
shut. You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
St. Charles on Instagram.
Anywho, I give you a little bit, give you an inch, you take him out.
I take it all off.
Oh, wow.
Delete that.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa,
on,
you did it.
I'm New York.
You said
We
it.
don't do that.
No, you said it.
We don't do it.
Okay, so guys, before I'm leaving that in the video.
What about the liquids?
All right, so here's the deal. Cool kit. We got the light to work and everything. I just wanted to plug everything up and I'm glad I did because there was a connector here that didn't make sense and I'm sure it was a minor mistake. I'm not trying to hurt any companies or anything like that by saying this, but this adapter here, this is the 12 volt. We're not using this orange wire because the orange wire goes to a 12 volt outlet that's in the car, but that's only on Model Ys. This cable here for this connection. I'm trying to pull everything out. It's in there, right? So basically it had the 4 pins. It had the 4 pins, but no connector. So I don't know why they just connect it so that we could just plug and play, but they left that connector out and I had to actually put the pins in the connector. Another thing that I've noticed that's going to be an issue is this. The Model Y's grommet for this is thicker, so you can easily run a wire through. I'm not going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to run the wire against this. It is weatherproofed. It does have weatherproofing, so that would not be an issue. But yeah, I don't see where I'm gonna be able to do that. I may just be able to, I'm not sure yet. I haven't really figured out exactly how I'm gonna do that, but that would be pretty much a big issue in terms of that. This is all waterproof anyway. So if I zip tie it against this and then just clip it and put the thing over it, you'll see like maybe this much wire compared to there, and you'll never know. It'll stay in place and everything. I'll make sure everything is nice and neat, but it'll just probably be easier to zip tie it to this, and then we'll figure out how to zip tie it to everything else. But just want to let you guys know that just sorting the wires down here first, running everything up to the top, and then we'll disconnect the lights here and the camera, and then we should be in good shape. So just wanted to get you guys updated on that. All right, guys, so here it is finally installed. But obviously you're looking at it during the day. Let's take a quick look and see what this looks like at night and its full operation. All right, guys, so this is about maybe like 3 weeks later after I installed this light bar on the back. And before I want to close the video out, there's some things that I want to walk you through because I missed a lot of steps. So what I want to do is I want to take you through some of the things that you're going to have to do when installing this. So, it's completely up to you if you want to install it or not, but there are some things you need to know. Sorry about the trunk. It's a mess right now. We got videos coming left and right. That's more stuff to come in the car. So what I told you in the last video before we skipped to this clip, in the last clip before we skipped to here, was this. I told you I was going to run the wiring from the inside of the car to up here. And the reason why I did that was because see how thick this wire is and see this grommet? There's not much space in here to wiggle this through and out here. So that would have been a problem. And I didn't necessarily want to do that because I didn't want to have any issues. So, and then again, it's easy to service, right? So for instance, if something happens to this wire, if I need to take it all apart, it's very easy to disconnect this connector and cut the zip ties here and it'll be fine. I've had it for 3 weeks. We've had rain. No water has gotten into the cabin or into the trunk at all. Now, when you get this kit, originally it's going to say to install it a certain way where the 12 volt is on the driver's side. Again, I'm sure it's probably because there are Teslas that are made in China and things are like the opposite way when it comes to the wiring harness, because they usually reference off the driver's side, and the driver's side in China is on the passenger side in North America. But what ended up happening was whenever I just plugged it in as such, and then when I turn the turn signal, let's say if I turn on the left turn signal, when I turn on the left turn signal, the right sequential would turn on the bar light. And then when I turn on the right turn signal, the left side of the sequential light would, you know, turn and do the turn signal. So what I had to do was unplug it and pretty much just reroute the wiring and flip everything. Once I did that, everything worked perfectly. So that was an easy fix. But the connector here I explained in the last one, it was at the bottom of the bag. I couldn't find it and I thought it didn't come with it, but it did come with it. It was at the bottom of the bag. And I said that it was silly for them, silly for them not to connect that. In some cases I agree, but I understand why they did it now. Is because they want you to route this wire through here, and with that connector at the end, it wouldn't fit. So they wanted you to route this way first and then connect them at the end. So I just did it a little differently, but it still works with no problems at all, no issues, no concerns. Now, there's a yellow wire that runs through here. There's a yellow wire that connects the power from both lights together, and they tell you to run it underneath here and run everything up. When you do that, there's not enough space to connect this wire to there. So what I ended up doing was to give me a little bit more space from the taillight, work my way up, bring this piece down, and then just route the wires in here and then run them up here. Gives me a lot more space, about maybe another foot of wiring, which was fantastic and easy to do. I mean, other than that, I mean, that was pretty much it. Also, like I said in the last clip, there is a 12 volt, the orange cables with the 12 volt and the fuse, that's only for Model Y, because Model Ys have a cigarette lighter in the trunk. So they still want you to be able to use that, but that's not for Model 3s. Model 3s do not have a cigarette lighter in its trunk. So you can pretty much just tape the edge of that off and just tuck it in here with no problems at all. Pretty easy. I heard some people, like in other videos, say that when you clip the wires, you can actually not allow that if you don't want the turn signals, or if you don't want the animation to come on, or if you don't even want it to work with the brake, there's a wire that you can cut, and it was specifically the yellow wire on not the OEM taillight connector, the connector for this that connects to the OEM connector. You cut the yellow wire there, and then you won't have the turn signal feature anymore, but then you'll still use it as a parking and brake light. Me, I actually like the turn signals. It just makes it a little different, and it's not bad. I think this is pretty cool. I don't see a lot of Teslas with this. It definitely differentiates to all the other Teslas from this one, also with the white arrow caps too, but it looks a little different. Now, some people did say as well as here that this is brighter than this. I do agree, it is a little bit brighter, but it's not really that much of an issue at all for me. When you're looking at the car from the far, or when you're looking at it at night, it does look a little bit more uniform. It doesn't really bother me that much. Also, another thing about this 3M tape, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I can't get this light because I accidentally stuck it on this part of the taillight first, and there's a little gap in there. This does not bother me. This does not affect the wiring or the functionality of the light at all. It is a little misaligned, but not terrible at all. When you're looking from the car from behind, you really can't tell that it's misaligned at all. Maybe a little bit, but it doesn't, not enough to bother me. And it's also a little on this side. Again, it's automotive 3M double-sided tape that holds this on, and then the connectors for your just hold it here for a second, for your lights and for your trunk button also will go into that. Now, speaking of that, if you have a license plate bracket that goes around here, like a license plate frame, you won't be able to use it, because everything, when you put this light bar on, the license plate bulbs and the camera come down, and the camera protrudes. So as you can see, it's already hitting the plate. Again, just doesn't bother me. So I ended up going and just doing that. It doesn't really bother me at all. So it's not a big deal for me. So I let it be. Overall, I like it. I think it looks kind of cool. It does look different. It's subtle, but it adds a nice feature to the rear of the car. I am gonna rock this for a while. But guys, if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, I wanna mention to you guys, if you do like this light bar or anything from TesStudio.com, right now for Black Friday, this is 38% off. 38% off this, and all other Tesla accessories is 38% off. Use my affiliate link down below. I'll put a link for this light bar, which is called the Knight Rider light bar. And also I will put, like, you know, like just my affiliate link. So anything that you buy off that website, 38% off for the Black Friday sale until the sale ends. So please go ahead and grab it immediately if you are interested in this. Now, if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to JR14. And then you guys always remember, we're trying to make the Tesla look a little different from other Teslas on the road. You guys always remember that cars are a lifestyle.